Everybody. And now, I had a dream last night. The women, there was two boys and a whole heap of families. They all stayed in this beautiful flat. And it was a beautiful flat in Saturn, near the Saturn Club's rings. The only problem is, because of all the debris and the problems that people have of being reality, which is not me, I'm very imaginative, but because of the problem people have with reality, the the flat was infested with so many rodents. And I can tell you one thing, we're all having parties, sipping their wine and champagne, and the kids were having, and of course they were having fun because I was sitting sort of in the right areas, but the kids were running around, and this was sort of part of the game kind of thing. Now, because it doesn't necessarily work all the time, what my original plan was to sort of get to improve the quality of Earth by doing things up and out of space, and some people are suffering, and that's probably what my voices could be trying to tell me. The kids was like sometimes if I keep on trying to say bloody oath from a cool kid, like with sort of a messy house, you know, it could mean that other people might have more rats. I haven't got rats because I've got a cleaner coming in, but rats could come into other people's homes if they can do that. But anyway, it's been a great day, and I just want to just tell you a bit. First, they're all sitting around, sipping their coffee, watching a bit of Earth TV, seeing how the Earth is providing. And then also they were sort of all going down the Saturn Club's ring to have a bit of a dance as well, and that's pretty good. The kids were having a play on the sort of space space ships as they're flying around the Earth. They were enjoying that too. It was pretty rad to my point of view. And also, everyone was sort of having a lot of fun. And then suddenly, the little girl named Shirley Temple woke up, and she noticed there was these three. She looked underneath the bed because she knows that's where she keeps her afterlife clothes. And she looked under the bed and she saw three savage rodents. Now I reckon three savage rodents who were killed on Earth, and she said, "Oh my God!" She went, "Ah! It's for three savage rodents!" So she actually ran straight downstairs to try to get the pest control guy, which is the big pest control guy up in the sky, to get rid of those three savage rodents. But while she was doing that, the kids came up to try to have a bit of a play. And then they they saw these three savage rodents. And the boys, love to get their hands dirty. He said, "Oh, this is cool." And then they sort of went back and get their photograph and started to do a few experiments. But then, you know, it just started getting a bit weird after a while. So they went downstairs to get their experimental gear, and then, you know, the woman came back and she showed them the three savage rodents, and the three savage rodent, and then he said, "Okay, we can have them out by tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock." And of course, it's nearly that now, because a lot of, but what he meant by 10 o'clock tomorrow was Monday morning, okay, because it was already 10 o'clock, you know. So I actually went up there and I said, "Okay, how about I get rid of them now? Because if these rodents can do more up and out of space, more harm in outer space by doing what they're doing at the moment than what they can do on Earth. Like they can turn themselves into really ferocious lions and push people over balconies." And that's what they did. When the kids came up to sort of get their stuff, the rodent turned into a savage, ferocious lion, picked the kids up and threw them over the balcony. And then, when the parents actually noticed the kids were being thrown over the balcony, they ran straight down and they to the doctor up in the sky to try to save them. And the doctor was there for about 5 hours. Yeah, the boys were told that the afterlife is not for them. They're not dead on Earth yet, so just keep the sort of distance a bit, because in afterlife you can do anything. But if you've still got a life on Earth that you bring into the afterlife, you've got to be careful about splitting personalities. But sometimes when you know, I thought it might be a bit weird when I say I want to kill off my little shy boy, only because I don't want to look scared, to go on YouTube or things like that. And of course, the rat sort of squeezed up his little body, and then what really is going on? Then the ferocious lion turned back into a rat, and because a lot of tactics were really say to everybody that rat actually was trying to protect that boy from not actually doing too much afterlife activity. Now, there's nothing wrong with going to space in your dream if you really want to get rid of your little shy boy that wanted to be famous, and performing music. But as far as bringing your kid up there as a kid, it's still not the right thing to do, because sometimes you're unaware of what all the realms have, like in paranormal activity. And also, as you can see, I'm Graham Thorne, Albert Woodward and Patrick Dunbar, plus I was Barney the dog and a little pussycat for about 4 years after Graham Thorne. But I didn't really understand why people, like to sort of get into... That's like, this power that's in the body, you got into this rat and turn the rat into a line and push the kid over the balcony. So in other words, sometimes with people with the same things with schizophrenic voices. Sometimes these people, these suits, they mean well, but they sometimes like to go into the brain and take away all the fun from the poor, because they can't because they think that life is tough, and then they go home to their mansion and their 2 cars. You know what I mean? Life, shouldn't be as tough as what it is. It's just that people are trying to invest home so they can keep their family under control. They should actually look after the whole world. And I believe, as a Buddhist, that we are in one big happy family. Okay? I can catch you later. This is Topsy the Clown signing off. Hope you enjoyed that little 7-minute story. It turned out to be it could be an entertaining one. It turns out that rats have no place on Earth. Oh, they do, but not in the way that you think. Okay, catch ya.